Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? You guys, I am so excited. I forgot all about Stacey DeMarco's Wishcraft Oracle and I found it on the internet and I'm like, please expedite that to my house so I can use it. It has beautiful plants and animals and the squirrel is just my dream. And talking about animals, I legit opened my front door to feed baby a cat, not the turkey, and the turkey is so funny. She thinks she is a cat. She was sitting by the cat food dish right on my front step with her little turkey face right my whole front door when I open the inner door is glass and she's just looking at me and I just woke up. It scared the bejesus out of me. I didn't know what was happening. I expected to see a cat and I got a giant Wanda turkey. But it reminds me of all of these cards. They're just so light and bright and beautiful. So let's start with Wish Upon a Star. I am made from the stuff of stars. I matter. Every single day, we probably go through this roller coaster of, oh, I make a difference. I can impact things that matter. I can initiate change. I matter to my family. I matter to this world. We truly do. But one thing that does happen with social media and everything is we kind of have ourselves on this whacked out grading system of, oh, if people didn't like this or share this, it's not of import or it's not special. It's simply not true. I have seen posts that I absolutely love and adore and just scrolled kind of like, oh, next. It's a weird kind of system where sometimes we forget unless we're really plugged into that. But then something dawned on me. It shouldn't be about any kind of numbers. It shouldn't be about anything. I've created works of art and posted it and it had, a few likes. And then I took one picture of a license plate and over 1,000 people liked it. It was funny. It said angels and that stuck with me, something about that, stars and angels and all this. People love that there is this magical, mystical, wonderful element out there that protects us and watches over us, and it's our ancestors and family members that have passed on. And that gave me such a nice feeling because that let me know that I was tapping into something that people truly do and want to believe in. This kind of glimmer and beyond us, like the beyond us, where there really are realms of help and love and security, and they really do shower us with all of these great ideas that come to us, all these artistic endeavors and talents and meetings and all of this. Like yesterday, I was going through the grocery store and I had crazy allergies and all these things to do, so I decided I wasn't gonna be able to go see a couple of comedians that I absolutely love, and they're so just magical. I just love these guys. So I was like, what you can do is, because I think about what it is too sometimes to travel for work. I'm like, even though it seems kind of glamorous, you go in this big green room and you get to go on stage and do your comedy, you're traveling and you're doing all this stuff and you get tired and hungry. And just think too that if you have any anxiousness or whatever, and I was like, why don't you get them like fun Pepperidge Farm crackers and a little charcuterie board and a beautiful flowered plant and just drop it off for them, and then when they arrive they'll have like a little treat. And that was wholly inspired just by walking by this plant in the grocery store. And I know that was my angels and guides going, wouldn't you love it if you were going to speak somewhere and this stuff was available to you, and it shows appreciation. And it made me feel so good just knowing that. And immediately, as soon as like Frank and Dan got into the green room, they messaged me this message of thanks and were so sweet. And I thought that's the stuff that matters, to connect and show support to people and show you matter, right? Show people they matter. And I still have yet to send my best friend's mom, Judith, a birthday bouquet. And it's so funny, this is my birthday month, towards the end on the 29th. But it's funny how I have all these anticipations of like, I like to catch up and gift people in my birthday month because it's the build up to like Christmas. It's the build up to Thanksgiving and all this stuff where all of this magic can happen. But remind yourself you matter, things that you do, things that you say, but also it's important because you matter that you watch what you're ingesting all over the place in your body, on TV, all of those things. I'm watching The Gilded Age right now because the next series is there and I want to refresh. And I just love that kind. It's such a like developmental stage in history. Edison is there. the conception of lights, bulbs, and all of that, electricity. And I just absolutely adore that stuff. And it makes me feel good and light. So again, what can you do for yourself also that shows that you matter? Get that vision board going. Even like, I like digital vision boards too. I'll save a whole bunch of stuff. I'll go to PixArt and then I'll create that, which brings us to seeds of power. From tiny things, big things can grow. Small ideas. Anybody that has ever succeeded in anything, it started with the seed of an idea. You know, Bill Gates, people with computers, people that are developers, people that are architects, people that are painters, people that are speakers, people that are anything. It started with a seed of idea. I'm trying to think in terms of my vocation now. I believe it started from a single seed of just loving this, and then recognizing that YouTube had a wonderful outlay for it if I wanted to go on a platform and do it. And I remember being out in my yard and filming one and going, this is going to be my vocation. This is what I'm going to give my time and energy to. I love it. It's so positive, so on and so forth. So think what makes you really high vibe and really get you going and really get you that heartbeat accelerated with like all the possibilities that are out there. The smallest thing, like, ask yourself too, what keeps visiting my psyche? Like, what keeps coming in and saying, why don't you try this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you connect to this person? Why don't you elaborate on this? Why don't you present this? Whatever it is, just one small step. You don't have to go out. And that's another thing too. You don't have to press the gas full throttle. Just small steps, just incremental, to bring about, a little bit of exposure of it to yourself, to other people, whatever it is. This is a beautiful time of year to do this. If it is a particular skill set you have that other people might want to acquire for Christmas, if you design jewelry, if you make scarves, if you make things for pets, whatever you do, it's a wonderful time because people are out there and consumers are really desiring personal items too. I feel I like things that are personally made. That's why I love Etsy. I've got to refill my store. I've been so busy with other things, but that's one of my great loves. So if you have a great love for something, it's very easy to develop a cyber store, an Etsy store, really start thinking about it. Honestly, I feel like that it's going to keep cropping up and you'll see those little buds of, hey, remember me? I need a little bit of water. Give those thoughts and ideas and dreams a little bit of water so they can grow. Which brings us probably to the favorite card in the whole deck because it's so cute. Shield of Crystals, I am loved and protected. I say this to myself in a mantra and it really makes me quite a bit more fearless. It gives me a lot of courage to know I'm loved and protected. And I really do feel this. I feel protected beyond and beyond. And I've shared many times, I've done crazy wild sports. I've done reckless things with all my older brothers. I'm like, I could do this. I remember one time when I thought I was going to dive, I took a line drive. I was a pitcher right to that area of your stomach that knocks the wind out of you. And I thought, oh, this is when I stop breathing and I die right here on the pitcher's mound. And I remember in that moment going, from my brothers saying this, all pain passes. Just breathe slowly. And the fact that I couldn't breathe in that moment was kind of freaking me out. And I remember just clenching and unclenching my fingers and going and thinking, I'm protective. I've had horses run out from beneath me and landed on my feet several times. I have jumped off cliffs into rivers and done stuff where I should truly, truly be out for the count, and it's never happened. I always feel like my guides are there. I mean, in my day, we were like, oh, you want to get in a boat and go out in a canoe on a river with all your crazy cousins where you guys pretend sword fight with sticks and hit each other with oars? Go for it. There's life jackets in the boat. Put them on or don't put them on. You guys, you're good swimmers. Honest to God, that was like our upbringing. Just gone from the time the sun came up to the sun came down. It's crazy that my heart is still beating. But that type of thing, feel that protection. Now, something the book says, and I love to, it says, grab a handful of crystals, put them on your lap, put your hands over them, envision yourself protected and guided and laughing and thriving and happy and doing wonderful things, and let those vibrations, almost Reiki-like, travel into the crystals. Then spread them all over where you can see them. And remember that the love that you infuse them, and know your spirits and your guides and everybody's around protecting you and helping you. I feel if you were just guided to listen to this, that's a reminder that you are loved and you are special and you do matter and you are spectacular. And I absolutely adore you guys. So I'm so excited to be using this deck over the next couple of days. They're so sweet. They're so adorable. And we're going to end on one happy message for you. Send a letter to the universe. The world loves me.